Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's bar class. My name is Maria, and I'm going to be doing our bar today. So, we're going to start with a little bit of a warm up. The equipment I'm using today, I've just got a chair and I've got some light weights. And it is important that you use light weights because we'll be doing more endurance with the weights and the resistance. All right, so let's get started. We're going to just warm up through the joints. It's important that we feel like our body is ready for some more challenging exercises. So let's just start by bending those knees, shoulders relaxed away from my ears, and then just having the sensation that we've opened up our chest, put a smile on your shoulders as we're just bending those knees, just kind of getting things organized, feeling how you're doing today. Um, and then let's just add a little bit of shoulder shrugs, just kind of bringing those shoulders up, warming up some of the upper body, and then just drawing that belly, just thinking about really connecting. It's like you're drawing everything into the center to activate that core, feeling that we got lots of stability in that core, in that spine. Just feeling a little bit of shoulder shrug. Let's do a couple more here. Thanks for coming and joining today on this hot, humid morning. And then coming all the way back up. All right, so let's just go into our hips a little bit. So we're gonna do a little bit of circle around our hips. So just go down and around, keeping those knees bent. It's kind of early for this, but hey, here we are. Just turning those hips, booty around. We're gonna be doing a lot of booty work today, so good that you get a little bit warmed up. And then just thinking about shoulders away from my ears. And then go back. And let's go down to our knees. All right, let's put our hands on our knees and just kind of turn. Same thing there. We go kind of full circle one direction and then full circle the other direction. Getting those knees all warmed up. And then focus on that breath. Just breathing in through your nose and out. In through your nose and out. Beautiful. A couple more maybe on each side. And then back into the center. Slowly bring yourself up. Shake those legs. Beautiful. Let's move down to our ankles. Lift up and back. So releve, just come up onto your toes. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. Just again, working those feet. So important that we have strong ankles. I always say that our ankles is like our second core. So we want nice, strong ankles. And then lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Excellent. Let's just do one more here. Beautiful. All right, let's go into a squat to kind of get all the leg muscles working as well as the abs. So when we go into the squat, really have to connect to that core because the core really stabilizes you as you go down into a squat. So let's take it down and back up. So as we go into that squat position, really making sure that your core is also working. So draw that belly in and then back up. So whenever we work those large leg muscles, that's when you're going to feel a little bit of heat coming on, maybe breathing a little harder because it's a little bit more challenging to work those muscles. Are we getting a little warmer? I hope so. That's my goal anyways. And let's just bring the arms up a little bit further. Maybe sit down a little bit more. But again, really making sure that that core is helping you. Because it's important to take care of your spine. The spine needs the core to stabilize. Couple more. Last one. Excellent. And then all the way back up. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do a little bit of lateral movement. So step out to the side and then step out to the other side. So now working those abductors a bit more, getting a little bit more into the gluteus medius, which are really responsible for this abduction. So we just want to make sure that your butt muscles are strong. And down, up. My daughter yesterday said, Mom, through all this COVID, I'm running a lot and my butt is getting smaller and not as bootylicious as she would like it to be. I don't think she was blessed with my butt. But I said, yeah, honey, get down there, do squats. Squats, squats, squats. That really helps to build your gluteus maximus, all those butt muscles. Last one. And then the way back. All right, beautiful. Let's go a little bit forward and a little bit back. So I'm going to put my hands on my hips. I'm still thinking about that nice neutral position as you bring your right leg back. And then I'm going to bring my right leg forward. I'm going to change legs. Left leg back. And then I'm going to bring, and then I'm going to change again. And as I work on this, also thinking about balance, which can be a bit of a challenge sometimes. And then thinking about that kneecap, we still want it to be centered. So we don't want it to be going inwards or outwards. We want it to be nice and strong. Let's do one more each side. Down and back. Last one. Forward and back. Excellent. And come back up. All right, let's just shake it out. All right, I'm going to go to my chair. And I'm going to turn myself this way to hold on to my chair. And we're going to work a little bit more on the ankles and the joints, knee joints and hips. But right now, we'll start with the ankles as we lift our heels up and then back down and then back. And again, be mindful of the core. So thinking the whole time about that neutral position. All right, so I'm focusing on the ankles. The ankles are working, but my core is stabilizing. So I'm knitting those ribs here. I'm kind of drawing my waist to try to make it go inwards towards my belly button. And working my ankles. And now I'm going to stay up in that releve position. All right, and now I'm just going to go into a squat and back up. And again, I'm being mindful so that my knees don't turn inwards. And I like a chair here because you need your balance. Or you need to not fall, which is a good thing. And then back up. And then back. And activate those glutes. So as you come up, squeeze that booty. And then up. All right, let's do a little choreography. So now you're going to bend, heels down, lift up. Releve, squat, heels down, lift, and up. So kind of going into that, what I call a rolling sensation in your feet as you lift up and then back up. And that's just that breath be flowing in through your nose, out through your mouth the whole time. Just thinking about rolling. All right, let's reverse it. So stay with your heels down and now squat and lift those heels up and back. All right, and again, just watch those knees, they will start to go inwards. If you were in class right now, I might put a ball between your knees to make sure that you keep those legs apart. So if you had a ball, you could do that. All right, beautiful. All right, this time, we're going to stay up on our heels, we're going to come down, and we're going to do a couple of posterior interior tilts. All right, again, just warming up the pelvic floor, warming up your hips. And because we're up on our toes, we're feeling those legs. And then just go back and forth, back and forth. Excellent. And go back to neutral. We come all the way up and we put those feet down. Excellent. Now, let's go into that first position. So now we're rotating outwards. All right, again, really trying to get those butt muscles as well as the muscles right in front. So you have your TFL muscle, your fascia, tensor fascia latae, can't talk to today. It's a short muscle, but it also works together with the glutes as we work in that little bit of rotation and abduction. So just kind of coming up and back down. So come Pilates and barre and all these exercises are so functional. We need to have strong bodies, strong joints, strong muscles in order for us to go about our day. So whatever your day looks like, we want to have strong bodies. Maybe you love gardening. Well, then you need a lot of strong muscles there to garden. And you need to have mindful movement as we go about our day. And now hold those heels up again. So we're in that releve position, in the out turn position, and go down and back up. So here you're feeling your adductors, and also your abs here are working hard to stabilize you. Your feet are working hard to maintain that releve, the heels up off the floor. I feel like I'm breathing heavy here. Whew. Try to be centered too. Can you feel all 5 toes, or are you leaning more one direction or another? So see if you can be more centered. All right, now let's take it down. Let's have a little bit of an attitude. Can you go back and forth, back and forth? Can you come down maybe a little bit lower? And just swing those hips. Don't be afraid. Let it go. Whew. And just kind of go back and forth. Draw that belly in. All right, shoulders are square. Oh, I feel a little bit of burn happening here, but this is good. And then slowly coming up and then back down. Excellent. All right, let's go wider. So now we're in that second position, still turned out. All right, and hands are just kind of resting a little bit on that chair. All right, so now I'm just going to take it down and back up. And as I come down into the squat position, so like a sumo squat, I want to make sure that my feet are not so turned out so far that my knees are not centered over my toes. So maybe check on that. Maybe you have to go in a little bit more. Maybe you're too wide. So go down. I love working inner thighs. I don't think that we do enough inner thigh work. So I think it's important that we work those inner thighs. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. It seemed that this last little spike has scared people a little bit. Having to wear a mask at work is not fun. Maria doesn't get to talk as much because the mask makes me really sweaty. So it's a sad world for Maria. It's a happy world for everybody else. And now, sit down, open up those legs, and let's give me a little pulse here. Shoulders away from my ears. Draw that belly in again. So I'm not hinging at the hips here. I'm trying to be as tall as I can. And if you hinge, you're just going to get a little different area, which is fine. Ooh. And now I'm going to stay down. And now I'm going to hold it as I lift my heels up. You might get a little cracking. I'm hearing my feet crack a little bit. And down. So I'll be curious when we all meet again if you have found a new hobby, discovered something during this time, maybe found something that you really enjoyed that you didn't realize you enjoyed. The stories will be endless, I'm sure. And then coming all the way. Oh, you can feel that. All right, so from here, stay in this turned out position. And now let's just do a little sway here from side to side. Shoulders again away from my ears as we really start to feel the heat coming into those legs. And let's just add a little upper body movement. So I'm just going to let my arms swing from side to side. And then just kind of going from side to side. Taking that nice deep breath in through your nose and out. And maybe we'll just pulse here on one side. So stay on one side and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Really reach. 2, 1. So reach that arm up so we really can open through the rib cage. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to the center. Beautiful. All right. Bring it in. Shake it out. Do what you need to do. We're not done those legs yet. All right, but I'm going to turn myself around. All right, so now we're going to take that, not the leg closest to your chair, but the leg on the outside. You're going to bring it up into hip flexion. All right, and then kind of of feels heavy here, but this is the idea. So we're gonna lift, lift. So I'm in the studio and they're doing a lot of work out here. So looks like they're moving equipment and got lots of stuff outside. I guess it seems like they're selling some of their things. But just lifting that leg, draw that belly in, shoulders are open. Oh, that leg feels a bit heavy, doesn't it? All right, we're gonna take that leg that we got up. All right, you're gonna cross it in the front and into a squat, and then we're gonna lift it and cross it, and lift it and cross it, and lift. So again, as we go into that squat position, feeling how the legs are working, and just kind of reaching some other muscles. Since we have so many, we want to get to as many as we can. All right, let's just hold it. Take it across. Let's bring that same arm up as your leg is crossing and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then slowly take it back up. Beautiful. Same leg. Let's just pulse it to the side. Working those abductors. Start to breathe heavy. This is a good thing, which means that my body's working. It's a good thing with movement. All right, just kind of pulse, and I'm not going out very far because if I go too far, then I'm gonna kind of twist my hips, and I'm not looking for twist. All right, take that same leg that you're pulsing, bring it behind you now for that curtsy. All right, so now we're going to take it, squat to the side, take it behind you and squat. Take it to the side and squat, and now take it behind you. Take it to the side, and then take it behind you. Take it to the side. And again, drawing that belly in, using my upper body to help me with that movement, shoulders away from my ears. And now stay behind in that curtsy, all right? And let's bring that arm up, and we're gonna pulse here for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it down, put your hand on your hips, take that leg out to the side, lean into that chair a little bit, bring that arm up, and now obliques. So rib cage to hip bone, rib cage to hip bone. And then draw that belly in as we're reaching and releasing. Reach and release. Oops, I forgot to count. Whew, that's, I don't know, is that good? Yeah, I can feel that. Maybe a couple more. Just for good measures. Whoa, bring those legs back together as one. All right, inner thighs are together. We're going to a squat, up and squat, and then squat. This is good for you. Just keep saying that. This is good for me. Because it is good for you. And be mindful of what the body's doing. So making sure that you're feeling stable. All right, let's pulse a bit. And pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly pick it up. Whew. All right. We do have another side, so get ready. All right, so I'm going to move my chair over to the side. All right, so we're now working the other leg, so make sure that you have that outside leg. All right, you can put your hand on your hip here as we bring that leg up into a hip flexion. All right, it doesn't have to go up too high, kind of align with your hip as we pulse that leg. That kind of feels heavy. This is good. So use the core, because once you draw that core in, it's like a cord. Feel like you're drawing a cord together. But once that core is active, then it helps you. Helps to stabilize the spine. You're not going to feel that you're on unbalanced ground. And then just keep breathing. That breath helps you as well. Now, let's take that leg across into a curtsy, forward curtsy, and then up. And then take it up, and down, up. And you might feel differently on this side. Maybe you have more tightness or shortness here, but just go to the place where you think that this is good for me. Lift doesn't have to be fast. This is not about speed. It's about control. Up, down, and up, down. Excellent, guys. Up. Let's hold it. All right, let's bring that arm up and pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. I'm no ballerina, that's for sure. All right, nicely done. Your 100% effort is 100% benefit. That's what I tell myself every day. Okay, so now a little pulse there in those abductors. All right, working at those glutes. And then breathe, 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 breathe. Just taking a nice deep breath in. Excellent. Feeling nice and tall here. That standing leg, you're probably feeling it at this point. All right, let's go back and do a back curtsy. So you're gonna go into curtsy. So lean back a little bit because I want the weight on that back leg. In here to a curtsy, and then we step to the side. And then in, back, and then squat to the side. And then down, and then back, and then squat, back. Excellent, guys. Squat, back. I'm trying to be as tall as I can. Ooh, feeling those legs. There's some heat there, that's for sure. All right, let's take it to the back, and we're gonna stay here, all right? And my arm's gonna go straight up. Shoulders away from my ears, draw that belly in, and I am ready for pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand down, lift yourself up, bring that leg to the side, lean into that chair a little bit more. Arm is up, and now let's work those obliques. So, rib cage to hip bone, rib cage to hip bone. Lift and down. Lift. Draw that belly in. Woo, I am hot. It feels good. Working those muscles. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Oh yeah, that's good. And now bring those legs together as one. Squeeze your inner thighs. Shoulders away from my ears as we go into those squats again. All right, so down we go. If you find that this is really, you're on sort of unbalanced here, you can bring those legs apart a little bit. The closer your legs are together, the more balance you're gonna need. But we need to work on that balance. Balance is a really important component of fitness. So it's good to work on the balance. Down, squat and lift, squat and lift. Excellent, guys. Looking good, I think, anyways. And then, excellent. Shake it out. All right, so now we need to turn ourselves around to work a little bit more on that big butt muscle, the gluteus maximus. So this is the booty call here. So now you're gonna bring that one leg behind. It doesn't matter which one you start with. We'll just sort of stay here for both of them. And then we're gonna just pulse that leg back. We'll do some more of this on the floor as we get down to the floor. But this is good for standing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze. All right, I can feel my butt squeezing. You gotta tell that butt to squeeze. It doesn't really squeeze on its own. Kind of a lazy. I wonder if that's where we get that lazy butt. Because our butts are kind of lazy. They kind of check out really quickly. Let those, the lower back or the psoas muscles, those are workhorses. They like to do all the work. All right, can we lean a little bit more forward and pulse? Take your opposite hand and reach it forward as we pulse. Reach that hand and then reach that leg. Feeling that you have to work on the balance, but that leg is working hard. And now put that hand back. Bend your knee and pulse for 8, 7, 6. Shoulders away. Don't tense up at the upper body. We're focusing on the glutes so that the glutes do the work. And then down. Oh, yes. I can feel that. All right, other leg, ladies. And maybe some guys, I don't know. And then shoulders away. Hips are square. And now we just pulse that leg behind us. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And again, we really need the core to be active here because we want to make sure that our lower back is stable. Our hips are square. Ooh. Shoulders away. Do the best you can. All right. Making sure that your energy is right in that butt. So focus on the butt. Don't focus on anything else. That's where the energy needs to be. Excellent. And now let's lean forward a little bit. All right. And do the same thing, pulse. Whatever needs for you to lean forward a bit. You can bend that opposite knee a little bit if you want some support. And then grab that opposite hand as we make this a little bit more intense. Shoulders away from my ears. Draw that belly in and lift. This is not easy. Getting a little bit of an earthquake going on here. Good. And then put that hand back. And now bend that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then take it down. Whew, good job, guys. Shake out those legs. All right, let's pick up your weights. All right, so I'm just going to put my chair away. I think we're pretty much done with the chair for now. But then let's just add a little bit more with the upper body. All right, so I'm just going to start by just bringing my arms forward. And then just kind of lifting those weights. If your weights are heavier, these balls are not very heavy, but if your weights are heavier, just do the best you can. You can put them down anytime you want. As you just reach forward. Reach. All right, let's make this a little harder. Let's go into a squat. Maybe slow it down a little bit. So we'll add that other variable, makes it harder. Watch your shoulders. I say that as my shoulders hike up to my ears. Usually when I tell you to watch something, I'm really telling myself. Because let's face it, it's not always pretty. We just do the best we can, don't we? And then 2 more here. Last one. Excellent. Oh yeah. And now arms up and down. Up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Just reaching up for the ceiling. Lift and lower. And again, we can do quite a few of these because our weights are hopefully not too heavy. All right, arms come straight up, hold it up here. All right, we're gonna bring those knees up. All right, making it a little harder. Watch the shoulders because they're gonna wanna hike up to help you, but don't let them. Just lift those legs up, find your balance. Holding on to those weights. Like almost doing a handstand. Almost. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of an oblique twist. So you're gonna take that elbow, see if you can touch the opposite knee. And across. Across. For 8 more, I guess. Who knows? I can't count anyways. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, take it down. All right, let's move behind us with the balls or your weights. And that's we're gonna just pulse the arms behind us. And then just pulse. Okay, again, I'm not using my body here, I'm just working my arms. I'm trying to keep my shoulder girdle as quiet as I can as I just move the back of the arms. All right, so now I'm going to add a little bit more challenge. I'm going to hinge a little bit at my hips. And then I'm going to bend my knees a bit. So I'm kind of into that little bit of a squat position. And I'm focusing on my core, focusing on balls, my arms. All right, let's just add something. We're gonna take it up and going back. Take it up and then back. And as we come back, kind of just stay there for a split second to really feel the muscles have to engage. We don't want momentum to take over. Momentum has taken over already. We love momentum. Up. All right, looking good, guys, I think. Last one, let's do one more. Oh yeah, and then take it down. All right, let's do a little bit on the waist. Feel these days, the waist is getting a little thicker. So it's good to work the waist. Take it side to side. Before all this happened, I used to enjoy a glass of wine on, say, maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the weekend, and now it seems to be every night. Trying to break that habit is hard. It's fun. You come home, it's like you just gotta have that little bit of release. The key is to stop at one glass. Sometimes that's not very easily done. Or a beer. Both my husband and I, we do like our craft beer. For my husband's, for Father's Day and his birthday, my kids bought him a keg, a keg fridge. So all he's got to do is buy the keg. And of course, we put it to the cottage so that the kids can enjoy it as well. So this weekend we are here. The kids are at the cottage. So my husband's really worried that by the time we go up there next weekend, there won't be any beer left. So we bought a keg from McKinnon Brothers. Couple more here. Last one. Excellent. And then back. Woo! All right, we're going to hang on to those balls as we come down to the floor. And we're now going to sit on the floor and we'll do a little bit of ab work. Okay, I'm going to grab the balls and put them beside me because I'm going to use them in a minute. All right, our feet are going to be grounded on the floor as we sit up nice and tall. The crown of the head is kind of lifting up to the ceiling so that we're feeling our spine nice and tall. All right, I'm going to grab the back of my legs and all I'm going to do is draw my belly in as I go into that little bit of a posterior tilt and then back. So I'm just tilting my tailbone under and then rolling into that nice C curve on my back so that you're really flexing at that middle part of your back as you sit back up and then roll back down and then back up. Now, if you feel like your feet are getting light, just pull your feet in a little bit closer towards your sits bones so that you can get more stability. All right, I'm going to add my weights this time. So I'm going to roll down and then I'm going to sit back up and then I'm going to roll down. And now, as we come back into a seated position, let's just bring the arms up and then back down. And then reach and then back down. And then reach and then back down. Excellent. Let's just do one more. And now come all the way down. Stay here for me. All right. Draw that belly in. Go to that place that's a little bit challenging. All right. And that pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. And now bring your arms up for 8, 7, 6. Really activate that core. Making sure that your core are nice and stable. I've lost count now, of course, because I can't talk and count at the same time. All right, so that's enough. Hold it here. We're going to roll all the way down, making sure that you are nice and stable. All right, so hopefully you guys can see me here on the floor. All right, so now we're going to put those weights aside. Your hands are on the floor. All right. And now let's just roll up into a shoulder bridge and then roll yourself down. Just do that a couple of times. I'm just going to move my screen down a little bit so making sure that you guys can see me. All right. Awesome. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't wait for me. Just keep going. Rolling up into that shoulder bridge and then roll back. And as I roll up, I lift my hips up, but I'm not pumping that rib cage. So making sure that you're not flaring at the ribs. So we want those hips to go higher than your ribs. And then back down. And then I want those glutes to work as well. Because remember what we said? They're kind of lazy. So make sure that they're going for the ride. And now, can you stay up, all right? Try to be as much neutral as you can. And now lift that left leg, put it down, and then the right, put it down, and lift, and lower. Don't lower those hips. Keep breathing in through your nose and out. Lift the left leg, lift the right leg, shoulders relaxed, hands are stable on the floor. Like your arms are sinking into the floor as your hips are lifting up towards the ceiling. All right. Now, right leg is going to go straight up and not lower. And this is a booty call here, girls. Up and down. There might be some guys watching. I don't know. Welcome. And guys, they could use a little bit of bar in their life too. And then hold it, and then back, up. Oh yeah. Earthquake going on here. This is good. This is good. Making sure that you're not gripping at your shoulders, but let the butts and legs do all the work. All right. Put that leg down, and now roll yourself up. Bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Just rolling on that lower back. Give yourself a bit of a massage here. All right, feet are back down. We do have another side, so we're going to roll back into that shoulder bridge. Lift those hips up. All right, and now the left leg goes straight up, and then lower and lift, lower and lift. One more. And then stay up, lift up, and now leg toss for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And then put that foot back down and roll yourself back down. Excellent work. And then just roll from side to side. Nicely done. All right, let's bring our legs straight up to the ceiling. Let's just point and flex those toes. Whew. Shoulders relaxed, and let's just draw some circles. Just kind of hitting those ankles, a little bit of a stretch, flexibility, and then the other direction. And then point your toes, open up your legs, feeling a nice stretch in those inner thighs. Flex your toes, bring them back together. Point, open, flex, back together. Point, open, flex, back together. 2 more here. Oh, point, open your legs, flex, back in. Last one, point, open, flex, and then back down. Excellent. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more of abs. So here, I like your legs to go into tabletop. So knees are right on top of your hips. You're going to interlace your fingers. And we're going to start by bringing our legs in a frog position. So heels together, toes apart. All right, and then lift, and then back down. Lift, back down. So lift up. Now, try to get your head just to rest in your head, rest in your hands as you're lifting into that chest lift. So you're not lifting with the head, you're lifting with the abs. All right, let's add the legs. So as we lift, we come out and then back. And we come out and back. Try to draw that belly in towards the lower back. Up. Are you ready to add on? We're going to come all the way out. We're going to open, close, bend, take it down. Come up, reach, open, bend, take it down. And lift, reach, open, bend, take it down. Last one. Lift, out, open, and take that. All right, stay out here now. Go as far as you can, making sure that that sacrum has got to be, the lower back's got to be on the floor. So lower back sacrum is grounded. And then now lower and lift. Lower and lift. All right, and the lifting, it might not be very high or very big. That's okay. Just as long as your back is stable, then your abs are going to be working so hard. And that's what we want. And now take it all the way up. All right, stay here. Right leg goes down, back up. Left leg goes down, back up. Right. All right, let's add a little bit of a crisscross. So as the right leg goes down, right armpit to the left inside hip and back. And switch. Up and switch and up and switch and up. Across and lift. Across and lift. Across. Making sure that that belly is in. Last one. Excellent, guys. And take it down. Nicely done. Whew. Beautiful. Okay, so now I have this one series that I really like to do in my mat classes, and it's another ab series. So hopefully stay with me. We'll just do a couple of them, but they're kind of fun. So let's have our legs back into tabletop. You're going to grab the back of your legs, and you're going to lift yourself up. All right, coming up as high as you can. You're going to put your hands behind your head, and again, rest. You're going to touch the floor with your toes, back up. Then you're going to bring your heels down to your buttocks, and you're going to draw your knees into your chest. Take it all the way out, back into tabletop, and we take it down. That's one. Let's do a couple more. Lift up, grab the back of your legs. Can you see if you can come up just a little bit higher? Put your hands behind your head again. Touch the floor with your toes. You might not be able to touch the floor. That's okay. And now drop those heels down to your buttocks. Come into that little ball. Straight legs out. Back into tabletop. And then back. One more. I promise. Just one more. Lift up. Grab the back of your legs. Lift up a little bit higher. Put your hands behind your head again. Touch the floor with your toes. Back up. Drop your heels. Allow your elbows and knees come together. Reach out. Knees back into tabletop. And then for good measure, let's just do a couple of weeks. I know. It just feels good to work those abs. So just taking it across, 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 across. And back into the center. We take it down. All right, we're done in the abs, for sure, for sure. We worked hard. All right, let's grab the back of our legs. Lift yourself up. Come over on all four. So you're in that quadruped position, all right? So now let's go into that cat stretch. You're going to draw that belly button into your lower back. Sit down towards your heels, really feeling a stretch in that lower back. Come back in that rounded spine. Drop your belly and lift your head. Shoulders away from your ears. Let's do that again. Back into that cat stretch. So draw your belly button. Back is coming up towards the ceiling. Sit down towards your heels in that rounded spine. Feel it all the way down towards your tailbone. And then back up. Drop your belly and lift yourself up. And then flat back. Beautiful. Right hand in front of the left hand. Let's just sit down into a stretch. So good to go into this flexion of the hips and sitting down like this. It really works the blood circulation. And back up. And then the left side, and then down. And back up. All right, and now we take that one hand out and we bring it and put it underneath your left armpit. We come down onto our shoulders. We open up that chest. It's like we're winging out that spine. And we put that hand back. We lift back up. We take your left arm and we put that underneath. And we lift that arm up, rotating up towards the ceiling. And then we put that hand back down. And we're back into that quadruped position. All right, let's curl our toes. Let's just come up a little bit off the floor. And then we bring ourselves into a bit of a pike position. So heels down, head between your bicep muscles. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And then we hover again. So don't touch the floor. Your shoulders are right on top of your wrist. Don't sink into your shoulders because you don't want to hurt your wrist. And then we go back into that bit of a pike. So press those heels into the floor. And now we walk ourselves up towards our feet and just feeling a nice stretch in the back of your legs. All right, and from here we're going to sit down into that little bit of a sort of squat position and then back up. Let your head go heavy. And then we come back down. This is, again, so healthy for our hips to be able to sit in this position without any pain. And then back up. Let your head go heavy. Knees are slightly bent here, so I'm going to start to roll myself up. Nice and slow. Articulate and open up that chest. Reach for the ceiling. So you're going into that little bit of a back extension here, which is great. And then chin to chest, and then roll yourself down. Let your upper body go heavy. Arms are heavy, head's heavy. As we roll back down towards the floor, draw that belly into your lower back. Feeling that nice stretch in the back. Heels are grounded. And then we roll ourselves back up. Take your time. And then we come back up. We reach for the ceiling. Open up that chest. Keep both of your arms up. Keep both arms up, but drop one hand as we go into the side bend. Opening up to the side. So here, I'm more concerned about finding more space between your ribs than reaching for the hands. So can you open up a little bit more to the ribs? And then back up. Both arms are back up. The other arm goes down as we go into that side bend. So open up the ribs again. Don't forget that breath. So every time we exhale, that core has to really be engaged. And then shake it out. Woo! Awesome work, guys. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.